Hello and welcome to this video. If everyone can like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Everyone doing well. Ian Daz, I have seen the Simon Jordan thing, and I get what Barry's saying, there's no smoke without fire, but he has had people offer before for the club. There have been people who have tried to get in touch with DC, ready to buy the club, and he just not picked the phone up. This is the thing. Like, the thing is, with this article, I know the article everyone's on about, they're using what is something he said back in April. I remember him saying it in April because I did a video on it. And the thing is, for anyone to get him out of the club, it would have to be big money. DC would want a hell of a lot of money for what Wednesday's worth. The problem is, that's my issue. He wants more than probably what the club is worth. And that's always been the issue. He wants what he put in back. Now, realistically, he needs to realize he's not going to get that back at all. He will not get that back at all, kind of thing. And the problem is, he has picked up news is travelling fast, mate, in Blackpool. Boat. News is travelling fast, mate, in Blackpool. Boat to me. Mate in Blackpool spoke to you. Yeah, I've seen it all today, and the thing is, I've heard these rumours constantly that he can take over, and what happens? Nothing comes of it. I think the problem with Wednesday, we are the typical club, when something goes bad, people automatically think we're about to get taken over. People think, oh, there'll be a takeover. Like, it was only a couple of weeks ago, I was hearing stuff about investment. But that's gone quiet. I generally think investment or anything like that, if DC wants to keep the club, he needs to have someone to come in and invest. Now, I don't think he will. If he did a full sale, look at what's going on at the Lane. They're currently looking to try and buy Sheffield United for 105 million. The new rules say you need a 2-year to 3-year showing what money coming in. If DC was having to buy the club now, I don't think he passed that test. Now, the issue is, everyone's always looking for someone, Ian Lodo, everyone's always looking for someone to come in and buy the club. And I got no problem if it's someone like Simon Jordan. Simon Jordan knows how to run football clubs. He knows how to run businesses. He's very good at it. He's decent at it. But for all the time, we always said, DC needs to sell, DC this. He's never, ever welcomed it. He's always said, the one time he said the club was up for sale, we didn't hear anything. We didn't hear anything about like anyone credible coming in and buying him. That's the thing. I generally don't think DC want to sell, which everybody else around us knows. I think he should now. You can't have it that 2 seasons in a row that you don't pay the tax man on time. Yes, it is normal in business, but in football, it has more dire consequences in terms of what happens due to your leagues and stuff. 16 people watching, 6 likes up people. I know this was meant to be yesterday's stream, but yesterday I was in Meadow Hell having to do Christmas and birthday shopping, so I had to just get that all done and dusted. Unfortunately, not a chance. Unfortunately, I think we're stuck with DC. If he doesn't want to sell, he won't. Nothing we can do. That's the thing, Kevin. That's what I've said so many times. We've seen the protest get put on flat ear because there's a lot of people who will support Chansiri till they're blue in the face. They'll go there. He put more money into the club than anyone else. You'll have people who will support him because he's done it. Like, what annoyed me is that people were praising him for paying the bill. Like, oh, look, it didn't go into it. And I get it. I understand it. But that should be something that paid. Ian and Jake, little late, been playing games on Mark Golf. No worries, mate. Not a problem. But I think the thing for me with any kind of takeover, if it ever happens, we have to make sure it's the right people. We have to make sure that they want to be in the right thing. But the thing is, I think whoever comes in this time, don't throw it all at players. Don't throw it all at this. What we need is infrastructure. The one thing Chansiri should have done when he first came in, ideally, was improve the training ground, ideally move it and build somewhere else and improve the stadium. He is a risen baby girl. I just stopped. How are you, work? I hope you're well, mate. But I think that's the thing for me. I think you've got to take anything that's talking about takeovers with a grain of salt. I think you've got to take it with a grain of salt, because I've seen them so many times with it that we could have this, we could have that, and nothing's ever materialized. There's a ye old thing is like, if you want to buy someone's house, I always use the classic example. If I want to sell you my house, or you want to buy my house because you like it, it got sentimental value, but I don't want to sell, you're not going to force me to sell, even if you throw as much money in the world at me. I might be stupid not accepting it and going, well, I could buy 5-6 houses with that, but I might like that house. That's the issue you've got. I just watched Deadpool 3, as you can see. Yep, I can tell, mate. So I think Simon Jordan, the right person I would want in charge of Wednesday, don't get me wrong. I think he would be able to get us more commercial things, because I think commercially we are so poor. Like, commercially we are really, really poor with how we do things. Like, we did a car mat thing on Friday. Car mats, everyone. Car mats. Nothing major, car mats. If we could have Simon Jordan as chairman but not as owner, that was all right for me. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree. You got to be really careful as well. One of the things here as well is, you know how Southampton are not doing great. You know, we all had this worry about Charles being recalled maybe in January. Well, David Moyes looks like he could be going towards Crystal Palace or potentially Southampton. And that would be interesting to see if that did happen, because I think someone like a David Moyes would bring him back, Charles, and that would be a blow for us. But this week it's been interesting, because international breaks are always fun, because you get to see what stories are getting done. You get to have a little bit of a break. Personally, I like breaks for the actual part of it. I do like breaks because that does me a world of good. But for content-wise, it's naff. And for football-wise, it's naff, because I hate that we're having a break for a stupid naff tournament, which is just to go, oh, look at how much more money we're making on this stupid tournament that no one gives a damn about. Like, give me an actual international tournament, personally. Like, generally, give me a proper one, like a World Cup or European qualifier. That's fine. This whole Nations League crap. Beadle playing against the very good Spanish under 20. He did well, yeah. Yep. So did the Child brothers. With Shea getting the captaincy. Shows you how much he's doing well with everything. I think him having the captaincy shows how lucky we are to have him in our squad on loan. And I like that. I like that a lot. We need to keep up with that. The path that Pierre Charles did was just ridiculous. Absolutely insane of a pass. He's just so good with his feet. Also, I'll just put this in here. I still am on Twitter for the time being. I'm using it, but I have Blue Sky Social now as well. It's the people who did Twitter, so yep. I don't even bother watching on Thursday. But to be fair, I don't really keep up with that tournament when it's on now. I just see it as a cash grab. That's all I ever see that as one big cash grab. And yeah, I don't like it. It does me head in. I generally don't like it at all. It's just something that's not something that I like seeing. A bit like how Ericsson was a left back in Moto U said, then got in goal because he was crap at tracking back. Yeah, well, the thing is, Shea used to be a midfielder. When he was growing up, he was a midfielder during his beginning bit. And that's the thing. If you can start as a midfielder, you get it all done. What if we could sign Jerome from Liverpool on loan? That would be wicked. Probably would. Yeah, I'd love to see us get someone like that in. He's really good. Now, here's the thing for me, right? This week has been interesting because we finally got the bill paid. The bill is finally paid, and yeah, he got it done. Brilliant. But I have already in my head's gone. I am going to make next year's video for when it's not paid again. Because I just have a funny feeling it's going to happen again. And we'll have the same thing going, oh, it'll get paid. And I didn't think it would not get paid. But there's always that possibility that someone doesn't pay him at all. And then we're scrambling. Now, I don't know how much Danny Rule is going to like that kind of thing. I think what worries me is if that does happen, you're always keeping one eye over your shoulder to see if anyone's looking at Danny. Like a lot of German clubs will keep an eye on him because they will know he will want to come back to Germany at some point. And I think there's an unwritten rule: if a club comes in from Germany, we will definitely let him go. It's like if they're from Germany, they'll let them actually leave and do it. So that'll be interesting with that one. Let's have a look. Yeah, I definitely agree that'll happen. It's typical that Tybrid in the past, though, do not pay certain bills until you get a warning notice, like clearly happened. Yep. It's interesting to see Port Vale doing well under Darren Moore. Kind of had a funny feeling they were going to, if I'm honest with you. They are very, very good this season. They got a last gap minute winner as well to win them. But I think the thing for me is you look at what we're doing at the minute. We need to keep on the same path we're on, right? If we can keep on the same path we're doing, then great. But, and it's a big but, we need to make sure we are doing everything right and what we can do in our power to make sure we are ready for the future. Because I think you have to be really, how do you say it? You got to be really smart with how you look after things. Like Cadamarch played today, which is fantastic, and that's great. We want someone to do that. Same next year, mate. I don't want to think about it, but the transfer ban, and I still think Roll will be tempted by I don't think he'll be tempted by a Coventry job, mate. I think if he's going to go anyway, he's going to go to Germany. So I look at places, look at German jobs. Look at what German jobs are available. They're the ones I'd look at and be worried at. I think any jobs in England, unless it's someone like a Southampton in the Prem or a thing, I don't think he'll take another England job. I think he'd said that already. But we'll see. It's always a similar time thing. If the money is in Thailand, do they have something similar like in meaning everything gets stopped for? Maybe. Well, I do know that the Thai currency is pretty much in the toilet at the minute, and it have been for some time. Like, this is the thing, when you start looking at things, you really start looking at how business is going in like these places. Like here's one for you that in Thailand, state crackdown prepare for foreigners using Thai nominees. That it currently, you're looking at buying their currency at £43 and to sell it 44. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happened because they've not been great, and I think there's a lot of money that comes out of Thailand. I think it's very difficult to get their money out as well. High-end German job, I will see. Yep, I agree. I think it's high-end German job. The one I was worried about was Hoffenheim. When I saw they were looking for a new manager, I was like, obviously we should never take anyone's word, but he said before he can't see himself at another English club. He did. I think that's the thing. I think you have to be very careful with what people say, because we all remember what Jose Mourinho said. I will never manage another London club. I'll only be Chelsea, and then he went and got the Tottenham job. So it's interesting. It's interesting when you have those little caveats. But right now, I think we need to be looking at how this week goes, because from Monday, it'll be back to work for them all. They'll be back doing stuff. I think they've taken this break as a more of a relaxation and this week to relax and get things back going and then be back raring to go for Monday. And I think they needed that. I think they needed a little bit of that break to do it. I'll think we should, the currency value 10% of our GBP. So if you do £1 equals about, or it was the last time I checked. Thing is, though, too, Danny's somewhat a bit of too honest for his own good, I think. Yeah, he can be. I think that's what screws him a little bit in the transfer market. The transfer market always screws him when he's a little bit too honest with what's going on and how things are going. I think when it comes to things like that, you have to be a little bit smarter, a little bit just holding your card close to your chest. But that's what comes with being a new manager. Everyone seems to forget that this is his first full season of doing a manager job. And so far, so good-ish. We could do with tightening up in defence and not leaking as many goals. And I know all we're going to see for the next couple of days is people go, well, Pierre Charles got a clean sheet. Put him in net. And Danny's already made it very clear that James Beadle is our number one. It's not just Beadle making mistakes. And I got an interesting one for you all because at the moment, Marvin Johnson is one of our better attacking players in terms of creating chances and stuff and getting the assists. If you are someone who's looking for next year, are you turning around and saying, are you giving Marvin Johnson a new contract middle of this season? Let me add this. Start the poll. I had to just put it on a different screen there. Move that out of my way. Last time I checked, he's not ready, but we'll play him anyway. And I think the thing is for me is I am looking forward to this week getting going because you look at some of the games coming up. I think there's a lot of games we could quite easily get good points in. And I mean really good points in. And the thing is, I don't think we've had a better chance to pick as many points as we could possibly get in the next couple bit. I agree Beadle should be our number one. Charles is really good, but he's not as good as Beadle yet. I agree. And it's also that other thing as well of going, he's the low, he come in as the first choice goalkeeper. He's alone. So if you don't play him, it's waiting alone like we did last season, where we had a goalkeeper coming on loan and then we didn't really see him. And we don't want to go through that situation again. I'll be interested to see what Kevin does right now as well. One of the things I remember very clearly when Kevin Beadle came in was he spoke about wanting to hit the MLS market. Now, the MLS season is over. It's done. We already had people looking at Duncan Maguire. He was an option in that January window. Now, do Sheffield Wednesday go in and have a look at more people in that market for January and start the negotiations now? Kind of thing, ready for January. Like you can potentially have them on a short list ready to go. I will be very interested to see what Wednesday do in the January window, especially around somewhere where like America. Because it's one of those things where Kevin Beadle have made it very clear who will look in those markets. And I think you saw that in January and it just didn't pay off. It didn't go to either us or Blackburn, especially when Blackburn had the deal done and dusted. Loads of young Americans and Canadian touts over there. Yeah, I agree. I think you can find some very good players and very good young, cheap players. I need to make that very clear. You can buy some very cheap players. Like I think it's Hull got him. Liam Miller. He was on loan at Preston last season. Left winger. Really good player. I think he's only like 21, 22, but he's a really good player. Canadian, got a lot of skill, got a lot to him, and I think he's a really solid pickup. The poll seems very one-sided. I haven't seen this. It seems like it's 100% yes. Yes, it does. How many people have actually... 7 people have voted. It seems like it's winning. It's strange. They either stupidly expensive or stupidly cheap. There's no in between. I think the stupidly expensive ones are normally like your Freddie Adu's, the ones who are like, hey, he's going to be the next player. He's going to be our next world-class franchise player. And it's like, is he? It only takes a couple of knee injuries and it doesn't work. We all remember Stuart Holden. Knee injury, Freddie Adu didn't really live up to the hype. Christian Pulisic, who currently didn't do great at Chelsea, but since he's been at Dortmund, and was it at Dortmund first? Or when he'd been in Europe, Dortmund and Milan, he's done it really well. He's one of those ones who's really done better in the other European leagues. Much ado about nothing. Well done, Run Pumps, man. Where's my plaques? No, wrong one. That one. Loads of Americans seem to... not that strange. A lot of German lads are normally born on American air bases in Germany. Normally, a lot of the American players that go play in Germany are normally either A, born on German American air bases, or they got German mothers. Ian and Dan, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. But, so, yeah, army brats. Yeah, a lot of them are army brats. That's why you get a lot of American going to Germany. I think you're gonna... That's another market to look up, though. Germany. It'll be interesting to see what people come in the... in Germany who we might look at. There might be someone. Just wondering, do Leicester have the same problem with Harv like we do? Only ask him, could they have a... No, they don't have the same issue. It's not something that's based around all-tie ownership. The only two that are the bad ones are us and Reading. Leicester's way of doing it perfect. Works. They pay things on time. They had the little point deduction or the fine they had when they went down. But they say, Ian Sharman, Sunset, how you doing? Yeah, no, they seem to always pay the debts on time. They always pay the bills on time. Like I said, I can point at 90... Wait, there's 92 clubs in the league. I can point at 90 other clubs in the EFL that paid their bill on time. The only two that didn't were Reading and Wednesday. That's the thing. I'm not too bad. I'm glad I'm streaming tonight and not yesterday. I did I think it was 10:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning till about 3:30 in Meadow Hell, getting Christmas presents and birthday presents. So, yeah, wasn't fun. I was glad that day was over. There was no way I was going to be streaming that day. And I couldn't make a video if I wanted to because I was upgrading my phone. So that happened. But I'm good. I hope you're well. I'm not too bad. I'm getting there. Today's been quite a quiet day. It's been nice. It's been a nice, quiet day. I was going to play Farm Sim tonight. But I might do that tomorrow, some point in the evening. There might be just a chill stream of me playing Farm Sim, and we'll do that instead. So I fancy it because there was meant to be a lot of members only stuff getting done last week, and everything went to pot. It's been a very busy one in terms of as soon as the day finished, I've just been knackered. There was another Northern Irish lad, Irish player I'd be interested. I think his name was Isaac Price. I'll have a look, mate. Let's have a look. Ireland is always a very good market as well. We all remember how well we always remember how well Reading used to do in Ireland. Is he the Northern Ireland player that plays for Standard Liège? Mate. Is he the one who currently at Standard Liège and left Everton last season after making 2 appearances? Good shout. A very good shout. I bet Sam Grueling. Good to see you and the other. Yeah, we're all coming to Blue Guy called Twitter just a sepal. Also, if you're new here, Blue Guy is basically the new Twitter. It's basically done by old Twitter developers. The old owner of Twitter. It's a lot better. It's a nicer environment. So I highly do recommend it. We thought we asked you a few times, but it's Saturday now. We'll be up for a few hours. It's Wikipedia going, please give us money. Kind of thing, yes. I remember those things. But yeah, Mike, we don't know. He was at Liège, though. That's a couple of million now. They're decent at player sales. Yeah, they are. The interesting one, I don't know if anyone saw the thing with Olympic Lyon. See, with Lyon could have a proposed relegation into French tier 2 of football because their debt is about to hit over 500 million or so. And that's insane. That's insane that could be the punishment. And French football got a real big problem with it at the minute. It's a real big problem. It seems like Monaco and possibly what they called? Monaco and PSG are the only ones that are safe. Isaac Price looks a great talent, playing really well for Northern Ireland. Yeah, I think the problem is he will cost an awful amount of money. I think he will be more money than we could probably spend to get it. I love him. Would be a fun rebuild. Oh yeah, it would be a very good rebuild. Yeah, they are. Let me have a look. Let's have a look at what this story is. League One owners. Yeah, here you go. So Lyon have been handed a severe sanction by the DNG, Direct National to Control the French Football. What they decided that it hit their owner of the League One Club with provisional League One relegation, as well as a transfer ban and their wages. Such as the outcome was expected, considering that the League One club debt reportedly rose from 458 million to 508 million. Technically reported said the DNG today the Lyon will be able to sell players or both players with the Brazilian outlet as a part of the Eagle Football Group portfolio. As well, 45% of their share to the Premier League side, Crystal Palace to balance the books. There you go. So that is basically it. They need to sort it. And I'm pretty sure John Textor was one of the people who was eyeing Liverpool up at one point. I'm sure he looked at Liverpool. I'm sure he looked at Everton. It may even been the person who was wanting to buy Everton. Certain that we will start selling our younger players for profit this season. I don't think it'll be this season, but I think it'll be soon. I can see it being soon. But the problem is, your issue you've got if we don't sell players very well, because what happens is, what normally happens is this, right? Is we put a player up, say a player gets a bid goes in, and then what we'll do, we'll put another 2 or 3 million on someone that's not worth that, and other players, they'll get someone else for cheaper. And then what normally happens is we will either sell them for very, very cheap and not make a profit, or we make no money and they go on a free. Andy Cole on his way to Bordeaux to Lyon. He to be fair, he loves being in Bordeaux. He loves it because no one knows him. No one knows him. He can go to the shops and not be harassed. He absolutely loves living in there. He said it's a much easier and simple life. I think the thing I got with Wednesday coming up is this. We never know what budget is at Wednesday. It's always, if there's money, you can spend it kind of thing, and it'll make something work. The issue I got is our commercial side of things is in the toilet. Like, you're telling me that when we came up in that League One playoff final and that League One playoff semi-final, we didn't have people who could have come on board and done big sponsorship and gone, you're that team that did this kind of thing, and not get them to try and come in. We didn't. We just didn't, did we? It was a dodgy startup doing computer stuff, and then this year it's the modular home stuff, but there have been reports that they are heavily linked to Russia, like Russian owners, and that doesn't help. It just feels like whenever we do a quote-unquote sponsorship, there's something negative or damaging behind it, and that got to stop. We got to have something where it's a legitimate thing and have better things and not just car mats. I couldn't believe it when they were like, we got car mat sponsorship. And the stupid thing, I've seen the advert for those car mats all the time on my Facebook. I think we need to play them for a couple of seasons before they become the high product to sell. I agree. Well, it's the kind of things like you got with, say, a Gasama and Masaba. If we sell the say we sell Gasama and Masaba, we still got to pay 20 to 30% to Monaco and PSG because there's a sell-on fee. And when we put sell-on fees on players, we don't sell them. We just let them run the contract down. Because Chansiri he doesn't want to lose that 20, 30% and pay the other people. What he wants is to try and profit it. So he tried to put a little bit too much at the side. This is where I think having someone like a director of football to help with that side would help a lot. How rare is it that the national press are at a press conference? Depends. It depends. Not normally, Rumpumman. To be fair, for local clubs, it is very normally just your local media in Championship down. The ones who'll get the national press are your quote-unquote big boys. So you'll probably have maybe a Leeds, because there might be a big thing. You've got to remember they've got 49 ownership at Wrexham and Birmingham because of what's going on there. It's normally just the local press. I'll be honest with you, it's normally just local press that do it. It's very rare that it's national media. What do you mean? D-Taxi was a complete legitimate business, honest. Ironically, I got sent something over there that's still active and still actually going through. And it's actually put account through company's house, but it's not called D-Taxis anymore. It's D-something, but it's not D-Taxis. I cannot remember for the life of me what it is. I think it's D-Performance, but it's still a taxi company. It's weird. Weird. Don't go looking through company's house at DC and companies and stuff, because it'll make you go a bit mad. Like generally it'll make you go a bit mad, because I generally think there's more company. D Performance Limited, I think, is the one that it is. Filing history. Let's have a look. It's a micro company's accounts. Have a look at the PDF here. It's Hill for Lepping Lane. It got capital. Got fixed assets of $5,000. The year. Yeah, it's weird. D Performance, and it got 0 employees. There's 0 employees at all. That's the bit that always gets me, that it's a company that's been set up and there's 0 employees. And if you just go to people, it's just Chansiri. And this is like what he got. It's odd. I don't get it. I'm not gonna try to. It's just odd. But yeah, that's the situation there. Let's have a look. D-Tax is still coming soon. Yeah, I remember that. Nah, it was an energy drink. No, the energy drink company that actually worked at Athley. That actually did work with it. It was all in-house. Christ, there's like the Chansiri Limited. There's, what's this one? I don't know what this is for. The Chansiri Limited. There's the Wednesday Football Club community program. Sheffield Free Limited. Remember when we had all the free ones? Chancery Limited again, which is currently active. We got Sheffield Limited 5, which is still active. What's it from? Blue Steel Beverages, which is active, which is in Manchester. So we do Blue Steel. Wait a minute. Is that? Did he actually do an energy drink? Yes, he did. Okay. Bluesteel.com is Chancery's. So it's another one. Let's just have a look at people on it. Chancery and somebody else called... Right, okay. I didn't know about that one. I did not know Blue Steel was his. So we now know that. Is he still a tuna boy? Captain Birdseye. So Blue Steel is him. Elevate Clothing, we know about. Still active. And then you got D Performance Limited. Sponsored by Zoolander. Blue Steel sounds like something from Anchorman. It really does, doesn't it? But yeah, he got about, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 things that he's the director of at Wednesday. For him. So, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So yeah, it's really interesting when you go through all the things where you just look his name up and you find all these things popping out the woodwork. It's, as a friend said to me, it screams dodginess kind of thing, having all these things. Blue Steel, 50% of the time it works, every time, yeah, that fits. He got more alias than some of my DJ producer friends. But yeah, this is the thing. Well, it's not aliases. It's all his name. They're not aliases. It's just all his name. It's just different companies got. There's at least one. Like I said, there's like 6 or 7, 8 companies here. I want to say there's no disqualifications. Like, what the hell, Chancery Limited? Like, filing history. We should do a stream when we look at these one day, because it would be really interesting to see what they are and stuff. Like Chancery Limited has 0 employees. It has 1,382 in assets. It's gone up. I mean, it's weird. It's very weird. I won't try and say I know why you do it, but it is what it is. It seems like it always seems like if you're doing something like feel like you're trying to do something, you can't do a stream about Chancery and his business. Worko will be stressed out in max. That's the thing. You make sure Worko's doing a stream of his own, and then you let Worko find the stream, watch it on his stream, and then he can react to his audience and then pocket the money. That's how you do it. Worko might be streaming on YouTube soon. Wow, which will be fun. Because Twitch is dying. Twitch is really dying. How much does it actually go for? Like, you can actually get it? Yeah, okay, so you can't get Blue Steel off Amazon. It's currently unavailable. Steal all deals. They don't know when it'll be back in stock. It seems odd. Like, generally, can you, like, let's just see how much a pack of these could cost. Sold out. Sold out. A 12-pack of one of their isotope drinks will cost you 19 quid. Weird. Most of us, it's enabled the movement of bills to pay fluid and consulting fees. Ah, fair enough. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. The website's really poorly done as well. It's the contacts. I just want to have a look at something. It's like I think these are things that you sometimes go down rabbit holes of, and you see stuff. I don't know. It feels dodgy. I won't lie. It feels dodgy. But I won't try and do it. It's a family. It's a Bolton family that's done it. So fair enough. If it works, it works. Hopefully it does. But their brand, and as you call a bit of stir with Paramount Pictures owning the right to Blue Steel. Yeah. I don't know. What I want to look at and go, no functional business doesn't need to do this. Exactly. But we're sadly not most people, are we? And most clubs. But it just feels murky. That's all I'll say. It feels murky, and I don't like it. But the thing is, you got to find a way of fixing it. That's the thing. 19 quid for but that's for a case of 12, but it's still a lot for a case of 12. It's not dodgy, it's just creative. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll say something. It's summer. It's something. That's all I'm going to say. It's something. Yeah, it's something. And sometimes in business, these things happen, and I'm not going to understand it because I'm not a business person. I don't claim to be a business person. I'm just someone who says more that money would just rested in my account. Yeah. I'm just so who talks stuff about my football club, and people like it. And it's nice to see. It's just when it comes to these things, I just go, I don't see other clubs doing this. But okay. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow I've got an interesting video for you. Please take tomorrow's video with a grain of salt. I will give you the premise now. It basically, when Josh Windass came in, he came in January and did okay. And then we signed him in the summer from Wigan. And it feels very similar to Ugbo. Now, unlike Windass, Ugbo hasn't hit the ground running straight away. I think he really struggled to get into it. But I think there's a similar vein if you look at what Windass did and then what Josh did. I'm going to explain it better tomorrow. But it was the ones I want to see what people's thoughts are on it. Because I do tend to think there's something a little bit in it. Was it 2022? No, it wasn't. It was the League One playoff finals. It was 2019-21. So that first season, he came in for Wednesday, and he got 9 goals, and he had 9 appearances of 3 goals because he had that injury, didn't he? So I generally think there's a little bit of that going in there. Like when he came in from Wigan, he did okay. So it's one of the ones I like to discuss it and see what people think of it. It's something I thought about the other day. I think I spoke to Worko about it. Oh God, I already know this. 2021. It was a 19. So he came in, he got 9 start, 3 goals, and then when he came in for Wednesday, he had 41 appearances and 9 goals, 6 assists in his first season. So let's see. We'll see what happens with it because you actually look at the situation where they both played. They're very similar, actually. It seems to be a problem for anyone we pay money for. It does seem to be the heavy burden to take if we pay money for someone. It does seem to be an issue that we have that we seem to have the issue that we can't generate the hype that the thing is with Ugbo, we had a try before we buy. It wasn't like we were getting someone in who we paid a lot of money for and we hadn't seen. We didn't know anything about him. We already knew what he could do. We did the try before you buy with the loan, and that we already knew what the player had in him. I agree with Danny though. I think it's gonna come. If more you look at his movement, that's really doing well for me. But we'll see what happens with him. It's one of those ones where it could go either way. It could go either way with it. So yeah. But guys, I'm going to end this one here. I've been going on for about nearly an hour. Come join us over on Blue Sky. It's very good. Sharman can agree to that. It's a better thing than Twitter. It's Twitter, but like how Twitter used to be, basically. And not owned by an egomaniac like Elon Musk. So yeah. But thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one, and I'll see you later. Once he bags one, he'll be a monster. I really think he will as well. I think once he gets one, I think he'll get going. But we'll see. So, good luck to anyone who's doing it this weekend, and I will speak to you next Friday. We'll have a roundup, and it's back to normal. So next week, you'll have your preview, your press conference, the game. On Saturday, we'll be back to normal, so it'll be good. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.